winning a court judgment is only half the battle. In Vietnam, the real challenge begins after the verdict, when you must enforce the decision and actually recover the debt. Many foreign companies are surprised to learn that even after winning in court or arbitration, payment isn't automatic. It requires navigating a second system, the Vietnamese civil judgment enforcement process. This video walks you through that system step by step. 1. Obtain a final, legally valid judgment or award. Before enforcement begins, you must hold a legally binding decision. This could be a civil court judgment, a commercial court ruling, or an arbitration award recognized by a Vietnamese court. Interim decisions or preliminary findings cannot be enforced. If your ruling was issued outside Vietnam, it must go through a recognition process by a competent Vietnamese court. At LTS Law, we support clients through both local litigation and foreign award recognition filings. 2. File for enforcement with the Civil Judgment Enforcement Agency. Enforcement in Vietnam is handled by a government agency, under the Ministry of Justice, called the Civil Judgment Enforcement Department. To begin, your legal team must submit a full enforcement dossier, including the final judgment, proof of non-compliance, certified translations, if applicable, and detailed information on the debtor's identity and assets. If the submission lacks required details, the process is paused. 3. Asset identification and verification. You must help the enforcement agency find the debtor's assets. This includes property, bank accounts, receivables, equipment, or registered inventory. Vietnam's agencies don't conduct deep investigations unless prompted. That's why asset tracing is a critical step. At LTS Law, we work with local databases, land registries, and corporate filings to provide detailed asset maps alongside the enforcement request. 4. Issuing enforcement orders. Once the enforcement agency accepts the file and verifies assets, it issues enforcement decisions. These may include account freezes, property seizures, vehicle confiscation, or blocking of transactions. The agency also notifies the debtor and allows time for voluntary compliance. If no action is taken, coercive measures follow. The process is strict, but also bureaucratic. Missing one document, or failing to follow a deadline can result in suspension. 5. Liquidation or forced collection. In cases where the debtor refuses to comply, assets may be publicly auctioned or forcibly liquidated. The enforcement agency collaborates with auction centers and publishes notices in national portals. Funds recovered are applied to the creditor's claim after procedural deductions. This step requires persistent follow-up and legal presence to prevent administrative stalling. 6. Special measures, travel bans, criminal referrals, and bankruptcy. If the debtor is intentionally evading enforcement, your legal team can request special measures. One is a travel ban on the legal representative of the debtor, used as a last resort in serious cases. Another is criminal referral if fraud or obstruction is proven. Bankruptcy proceedings can also be initiated to apply pressure or liquidate remaining assets. These tools require separate filings, but are highly effective when used strategically. 7. Common pitfalls to avoid. Many enforcement cases fail due to small procedural errors. These include using uncertified translations, missing timelines for submission, failing to identify assets, or misunderstanding agency hierarchy. At LTS Law, we prepare a full enforcement roadmap before even filing the original case, so no time is wasted after the judgment is issued. 8. Case snapshot, enforcing a USD 1.7 meters judgment through multiple agencies. A Japanese engineering company won a $1.7 million US ruling against a Vietnamese construction partner. The debtor refused to comply. LTS Law filed for enforcement with the Ho Chi Minh City Civil Enforcement Department. We submitted a 10-document dossier, traced land use rights, and requested account freezes. The agency seized 2 properties and a vehicle fleet. After public auction, the creditor recovered 92% of the awarded amount within 5 months. The biggest mistake in debt recovery is treating enforcement as an afterthought. In Vietnam, you must plan for it from the beginning. If your company is involved in a dispute, talk to LTS Law. We don't just win cases, we enforce them. Visit lts.com.vn to build your enforcement roadmap today. Because in Vietnam, getting a judgment isn't the end, it's where the real work begins.